Okay, in this part of the build, what we're going to do is we're going to install the transmission dipstick tube, which is actually two different pieces. The first thing that we'll do is we'll take our pair of channel locks and pull the plug that comes in the transmission from GM. We'll discard this. We'll replace it with the rubber grommet so that we can get a nice seal around the dipstick tube. Then we'll take the lower portion of the dipstick tube, slide that into the grommet so that it points up. Take the other section, the upper portion of the dipstick tube. You can see that it's got the flange on here and the grommet on the O-ring on the other end, so that it can also seal there. We'll take the stud, put that in the back of the head, screw that in with a 15mm deep socket. Then we'll fasten the dipstick tube, the upper dipstick tube, to the lower dipstick tube, and the slot of the flange on the dipstick tube will slide over the outer end of the stud. We'll put the nut over the end of the stud, tighten that down with a 13mm socket, and we'll move forward. Take our 3/4 inch insulated clip, slide that around the dipstick tube, clamp it down. Then we'll use our aluminum spacer to go in between the clamp and the hole on the fuel rail. And we'll take the button head screw, come up from the bottom so that the head is on the bottom because it's a tight fit in between the flange and the fuel rail, and then the nut will be on the top side, and we'll tighten that down using an 1/8 inch Allen key and a 3/8 socket.